Hello everyone and welcome to Long's Toys. Today I have a Jurassic Park Legacy Collection review for you guys. These are 3 figures from the new wave of toys that just came out from Matchbox and Mattel for Jurassic World / Jurassic Park. And basically there is a line of toys for the upcoming Jurassic World movie, but they're also doing figures and vehicles and dinosaurs from the earlier movies, and they're calling that the Jurassic World Legacy Collection. So as you can see, these are the first 3, at least the only 3 that I was able to find at Target today. I don't know if there are any in this first wave because they don't really list other figures on the back. But we have Dr. Ellie Sattler, Dr. Alan Grant, and Robert Muldoon. So obviously all 3 of these characters are from the first Jurassic Park movie. And I believe this is the first wave of the Legacy Collection for this price point of figures. Each one of these packs is $7.99 at Target, which is where I found them today. It was the only place I've seen them. I also went to Walmart, Toys R Us, another Target, and none of the others had them out. I think officially they're supposed to come out tomorrow, the 16th, but they were out and they let me buy them, so I bought them. So as you can see, each one of them comes with a compy, one of the little compy dinosaurs, and as it shows on the back, you can have multiple ones cling onto the characters at any given time. Although I find it funny because compies were not featured in the first movie. They were more prominently featured in Lost World, the second movie. But I don't know. I guess they just wanted to include a little dinosaur with each of these figures, so that's what we got. But they look pretty neat. Like I said, most of these pretty similar packaging. The background, the card is pretty much all the same, but I like it. You have the gate. You have the T-Rex featured there. And then on the back, you have kind of a little, almost like a biopic and the name, but this is like a picture from the movie. And then they're all kind of in that same pose of trying to throw off the copies. So, yeah, but these are done. Now, I guess technically these are done by Mattel. Some of the toys say Matchbox, and some of them just say Mattel. Obviously, Matchbox is owned by Mattel, so they're all from the same company. But for some reason, these just say Mattel, but then some of the other figures or vehicles do say Matchbox. So I'm not sure if what differentiates between Mattel and the Matchbox collection. I'm not really sure, but they are all usable together, which we'll see in later videos. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the packaging here. I'm going to go ahead and open these 3 and we'll take a closer look. Alright, so here are the 3 figures out of the packaging. Definitely very reminiscent of G.I. Joe figures in my opinion. I think that's the same size class they're going for. They have a lot of nice points of articulation. I'll start over here with Muldoon. Muldoon, as far as the face sculpt goes, it's not amazing. He's got some plastic flecks too, kind of around the ears and stuff, but I feel like you could clean that up a little bit yourself. But the face sculpt is a little weird. I'm trying to remember, it has been a while since I've seen Jurassic Park, but I feel like this is not really what the actor looks like. But if you can get past that, the figure itself I think actually looks pretty good. Articulation wise, the head is on a limited ball joint, so it kind of can do a little back and forth, up and down, mostly side to side. You have the shoulder joint, it's kind of typical, where you can kind of go out to the side and spin around. Same joint in the elbow. So you can kind of see the big chunk of the elbow there, but I don't think that's that big a deal. So this can spin around, as well as 90 degrees there. Nothing in the wrist from the forearm. This is all one solid piece here. But then you have the waist swivel. You have out to the side, as well as front kick. Now he does have a little bit of a butt flap, so it can only go so far back, but I feel like that's perfectly reasonable. He's got his little shorts. He's got knees that are very similar to the elbow joints. It's a little weird when you see like the kneecap floating there by itself. That's just how they decided to make the figures. Looks perfectly fine facing forward, but like I said, if you go out to the side or something, it looks a little weird. But you do have that ability in the knees, and then again, from the knee down is one solid piece, so there's no ankle movement or anything. And then you do have 2 holes on the bottom, so if you need to peg him in somewhere. And you can see he comes with the shotgun, which is decently molded. I think that looks pretty good. And he can hold that in his hand very easily. So I think it's a nice figure. Like I said, definitely on par with like a G.I. Joe in terms of molding and paint and articulation. And then, of course, he comes with a little compy dinosaur, which you can see it's kind of a softer plastic, so that the hands are a little malleable, and the tail's softer too. And then you can just kind of like clip this onto his arm or his leg or something, so it looks like it's climbing up him, which I think works. Like I said, it's a little weird that they decided to go with compies, since, you know, these characters never really encountered them because they were more in the second movie than in the first movie. But, you know, they work. They definitely work as far as they clip onto the figure. They do what they're supposed to do to make it look like they're attacking them. So I appreciate that. I applaud that. Just the inclusion of, I guess the decision to go with the compies is a little weird in my opinion. But, you know, they've integrated them in and they work, and I think that it's all pretty good. As you can see, the figures don't have much trouble standing, and of course he falls over right as I say that. But you can definitely find a pose so that they'll stand, and no problem really there. Moving along to Dr. Alan Grant, I think they actually did a decent job of making that look like Sam Neill. Again, you have a little bit of the plastic flakes, but again, you can clean those up. But I think it's a decent job. I think it looks like Sam Neill. I think the face sculpt there is pretty good. It's all the same articulation. His head moves a little bit more up and down for some reason than Muldoon's does. Not really sure why. But same ball joint there, same shoulder joint, same elbow, waist articulation, legs and knees, all the same. But I think he looks good. I like this figure a lot. I think it definitely looks like Alan Grant from the first movie. I think the face sculpt decently looks like Sam Neill. I love the hat. He comes with a flare gun, which I think... Didn't he use a flare gun in the third movie? I honestly can't remember. I don't think he used an actual flare in the first movie to get the T-Rex's attention. But I don't think he actually used a flare gun until JP3. But I could be wrong about that. So he even got a little wristwatch there. So overall, I like this. And again, he comes with another compy to grab onto his leg or something. And, you know, again, that works well. And then the last figure we have, Dr. Ellie Sattler. Again, I think they did a decent job of making that look like Laura Dern. I think it looks fairly decent. All the same articulation points with the neck, elbows, shoulders, waist, all that. She comes with a little flashlight, which is featured prominently when she's going to turn the power back on in the first movie. So I think they did a great job with her as well. She's very faithful to the movie. Her outfit design, the molding, the paint job, all that, I think looks really good. And again, she comes with a compy, which can claw up her leg. Her legs are a little bit thinner than the boys, but I think that makes sense. So you can have her jump up the arm, trying to get at her. So again, I think these are very cool figures. Very nice articulation points. The molding is very decent. Really, my only complaint is the addition of the compies, or the decision to go with the compies, just because, like I said, not really in the same movie as these characters, but for what they are, they're fun. And you can hang them all gang up and put 3 of them on one character if you want. If you wanted to put like one on this guy's leg, and then put this one on this guy's leg, and this one on this guy's arm, just like the packaging shows, you certainly can. You can have one of them, one of the characters all getting ganged up on. So I definitely like these figures. Now these are all you know, a little dinosaur and figure set is at $7.99. Which seems a little high to me. It's not completely unreasonable. I'm trying to remember what G.I. Joe's cost back during the anniversary line, back in like 2012. I think they were somewhere in the area of $5 to $6 a piece. Now they came with a little bit more in the way of accessories, but each character does have, you know, a gun or a flashlight or some kind of handheld accessory and a little dino. So I feel like $5.99, $6.99, I might have been a little bit more comfortable. $7.99, again, not outlandish, but the other thing is at Walmart, these might be $5.99 or $6.99. We don't know yet. I've only been able to find them one place, and that's Target. So, again, I don't think the price is ridiculous. I just think it's maybe $1 higher than it needs to be, but I'm happy with what I have here. I think these figures look good, some better than others, but I think they definitely, as far as the face sculpts, everything but the face sculpts on all the figures, like Muldoon, his face is a little questionable to me. But, you know, his clothes, all the paint used, all the molding and detail, his hat, all that stuff, the gun that he comes with, all that's great, in my opinion. I think the face sculpt for Alan Grant and Ellie Sattler is a little better than Muldoon. And I think that's just, you're going to have that from time to time. But overall, they're good figures. A lot of nice articulation. Paint's sharp, looks good. The little dinos that they come with are fun. minor complaints about these, but overall, I think they're fun. I think you're going to be excited. I think kids looking for figures from the new movies are going to be happy. I think collectors who are looking for a little bit of original Jurassic Park nostalgia also going to be happy. They're nice figures at a decent size with decent paint and articulation, and they're not going to break the bank or anything like that. So I recommend them. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. I'd like to hear from you. Please let me know what you think. Please like and share the video, and please subscribe. I hope you guys have enjoyed this look at these 3 figures from the Jurassic World Legacy Collection. Robert Muldoon, Dr. Alan Grant, and Dr. Ellie Sattler. And as always, guys, thank you so much for watching.